with the talk, the passer, your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side. Yeah, we.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley. And
yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. Yeah, I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't plan to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Everyone, 56, right there, 56. Everyone, kill. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
Set, hut, go to base. 6. Watch the pass.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. There's Garoppolo to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. K1 short. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Garoppolo looks to throw. There goes a deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go. Wide eight. Check 56. Watch the run. They're running, man. Here we go. 46, 46. 56. Mother check. You're not ready. 26.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 14. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo sliding out of the pocket. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Gurley again here on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Prescott. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Check. 21. Here we go.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get him into the right defense. They definitely were on that play.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 Short able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Looking to throw, Prescott. He gets it to Brown, complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. 20! First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Here's Prescott. This is Reddick on the screen. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Play action now. Prescott. And Olsen over the middle. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They have a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
On play action, Prescott. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively. And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Prescott. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Now Prescott. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Quan Alexander. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
It's third down and goal.
So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Throwing. Prescott. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. To throw is Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Colby Listenby, 50 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Prescott now, 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Prescott. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Prescott to throw it. He finds Riddick complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes again.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. 12 yards there and a first down. Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Going deep here for Taylor. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Prescott. And that one's complete to Gurley. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Carolina.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play fake. Here's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott now. That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 75 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Here's Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Looking to throw. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trey Boston. That's now 3 turnovers in the second half. Very costly. And earlier in the half, Charles, when I asked you for your keys to the second half, you said, hey, maybe try it, but it's going to be turnovers. That's been the story.
It certainly has, but I didn't expect it to be this much of the story. I mean, when you're getting up to 3, you're really putting your team in jeopardy.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into...
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to the workhorse today, it's Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got his target. That's more. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
There you go. Right there. 54 Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.